Hey guys, this is Matty Ice here, Master Chess Coach and instructor of MartelloChess.com. How are you guys doing today? Last time we talked about part 2 of the 2018 Philly Open Round 5 matchup. And today, we're going to get into part 3 of the 2018 Philly Open Round 5 matchup here. So, what happened last time? So let me give you a little rewind of what happened. We were doing a lot of bobbing and weaving, Both him and I, Jack and I, were doing a lot of bobbing and weaving in this match during this middle game here. Let me give you a quick rewind. We're throwing punch after punch, counter punch after counter punch here, And whoops, I'm going too far. And this is where we stopped, where I controlled the E5, E rank file, so yeah. So let's continue. So I guess you guys saw a little hint of where this game's gonna go since I went a few moves ahead like I should not have. Laugh out loud, but here we go. Rook to E3. And then here I'm thinking, okay, like his queen is slightly vulnerable, but not too vulnerable. So you know what I did? Bam. Bam. G5. And then, so now he traded off the rooks, check, check. And if he would have took at F6, the knight would have been gone at E2 there. So he didn't take. He retreated back with the queen. And now I'm in a good position here. Then, bam. Queen to E6. Attacking that weak B3 pawn now. Like, now we're getting... The game is liquefying a little bit. Now, like, I have a better pawn structure than him in the endgame now, heading into the endgame. It's not officially endgame yet because the queens are not traded off the board yet, but once the queens are off the board, that's when endgame officially starts. I call this, it's between middle game and endgame, like the fourth phase. A friend told me the fourth phase here, I'm not going to get into it. It's like between when there's like pieces off the board, but the queens are still on the board. That's what fourth phase means. That's a little definition thing, but let's continue on here. So he defended queen to c2. Like, I didn't want to attack right away because, like, of his counterplay. You could have countered me at queen to g6 there, and like that would have been an annoying, check there, and like he would have got a pawn, So I decided, bam, f5. Like, just keep playing defense, keep advancing my pawns and stuff, and hopefully trade off the queens at the right moment. Knight to g3. And then I'm thinking, like, he's putting pressure on there. Just keep playing defense. Rook to f7. Keep the pressure on the b3 pawn. Keep playing defense. Like, just keep solidifying my position and doing mini threats at the same time. Playing some offense and defense at the same time. I should look up the word for offense and defense at the same time. That's an interesting word there. But let's continue. Queen to e2. And then this is when I finally decided, bam, to trade off the queens because I felt like this was the perfect time. And he did knight to e2, and then I'm like, oh, right. I finally made his knight retreat, and I'm like, bam, f4. Now I'm positionally strong on the king side, and his knight cannot advance anymore on the king side now. Now it's time for me to work on the queen side now. The game is simplified in my favor. So this is officially an endgame now since the queens are off the board. So he got his king in the middle, and that's what you want to do when the queens are off the board. Get the king close to the middle as possible. So, bam, rook to a7, like, controlling that a file. Like, like, I want to get to the, my goal is to get to that second rank as fast as possible with my rook. Just cause havoc with it. My bishop's in the middle of the board causing havoc with its strong diagonals. Rook to c3. Rook to a2. And bam. Rook to b2, man. Now, near move 50. Like I told you guys in the beginning of this match, like I didn't get actual material advantage until about move 50-ish. Like I got a positional advantage at like move 10, but it took me all these moves to get a material advantage, you know? This guy, he played a really good game, you know? So here he tried to like do some counterplay on the king side. I'm like, okay, we don't need to take that pawn right away. So my goal was to get my king to the middle as fast as possible. Trade, you know, just trade off, and then bam, that's when I attack and officially get that material advantage and take that pawn there. And move 53 was the move that I finally got a material advantage. That's how good he played, you know. So trade. So here, I'm just trying to keep all my pieces on the board as good as possible. He's trying to threaten his knight, my pawn with his knight. Not a big deal. You know, get my king in a closer spot. And now I'm going to start running away with my pawn, like trying to threaten to get a queen here. So he has to defend as best as possible. You know? And then now I start doing the king side, threatening my pawn on the G file now. Alright, so he has to defend with the knight. So now I have a two-piece advantage, a two-pawn advantage here. And now, like, this is where it gets simplified, and this is where the ending comes now, you know, after this long, tough, and intensive positional battle here. The fireworks are settling down now, you know. And then, like, you know, get my king in a close position to pawn, and then bam, he had to take that pawn, you know, or if he didn't, I would have queened eventually, you know, and then play good defense here, and then this is the end of the game. He resigned, and this was the round 5 match, man. Like, at this point, I was 4-1 within the tournament, you know, and then for me, it was off to round 6. Like, I hope this video was helpful to you guys. If it was helpful, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Matthew Martello, and look at martellochess.com. I hope this video served you guys well. You know, this was a very exciting round 5 match against my opponent, Jack Grills. Like, I'll see you guys next time with another exciting round 6 matchup of the 2018 Philadelphia Open. Bye now.